Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another reaction. Today we have Ergosphere as requested by Painful Enemy and my executive producers, and they gave me the context that this is from a mega collaboration project that everything goes to charity for, so that's pretty sick, and did give me the names of each person who's involved, so good on them already, just for supporting charity in general. Fucking ballers you are. But I'm going to hear the song and see what it has in store. It's about 7 minutes long, so this should be quite the journey with that many hands involved. And without further ado, let's go! It's always scary getting into ones like this. You never know what genre you're going to be getting into. Or how many, for that matter. It's like, how much of my brain am I going to have to use, you know? Atmosphere into dissonant chords. Already starting complex. I love how moody jazz it started. And now it's like turning into something a little bit more sinister, maybe? Ooh. Just keep moving that arpeggiated scale up in the background. Well, all of this builds. Okay. Now the tone is starting to show up a little bit more. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, hell yeah. Ooh, God. That came in filthy. This is what I was talking about, not knowing how many genres. Ooh. I love that snare. That's an amazing sample. It's like really compressed, but not losing the tone in there. Honestly impressive. But then looping back to this, like, emotion in here. It's not all gonna be sick beats. Ooh, but they are starting to infect. Yep, there they are again. Oh! Tasted that one. All right. Peel back a little bit. Bring back this beautiful piano. I love musically dense journeys. Okay, now we're visiting something else. A little bit more of like a synth pop thing going on. Again, whoever did the piano for this, absolutely beautiful. Take a moment, let it breathe. Ooh, oh, it's back. Ugh. Hell yeah. Whoever was enveloping this, you're filthy. You're disgusting. And I love it. Damn. Yeah, really, whoever's job it was to, like, just play with the envelopes there. I'm sure it was probably a few people, but... Oh. And diddling on the keys up there. Huge orchestral lift. The drama, the cinema of this. Oh? Oh? I feel like we gotta be close to the end. That felt like a big, like, deep breath out. Yeah. Dude, hell yeah. This is one of those songs I am not gonna try to dissect. I don't think I would do it justice with how dense it is and how many different genres there are in there. I can talk about how much I love it, because I do. Holy shit. It started much more reserved than I thought it was gonna be. You know, like, I was like, okay, well, it's going to be a collab. We're going to be expanding to other things. It almost always happens with these, like, multi-people collaborative works. You always have a little bit more influence than just, yeah, let's just all decide to do, like, orchestral. Let's all decide to do dubstep. You know, like, that usually doesn't happen. You tend to get a little bit more variety in that when you have 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. people working on one song. People are going to want to put a little bit more of their own personal flavor and DNA in there, and that definitely happened here. I feel like I heard 4 different songs perfectly blended. I don't know how they manage to blend songs like this, not just this one, but like in general, because damn, like whose initial thought, who's the one that like comes up with the like the core structure of the song? And then just kind of, do you hand the chords to like your friend and you're like, here, remix this, and then just let them do whatever, and then you just kind of maybe share some ideas? Like, I feel like that would be hell, even with the best of friends. It's just like, oh God, I don't know, you're stepping on my toes, man. I wanted it to sound like this. Maybe that's just the essence of that collaboration in concept, though, is working through those, especially for a greater good, like charity in this case. So it's like, God, it's just so beautiful. It started so gorgeous, so subtle. You really didn't think it was going to expand into this. It was much more like ethereal and had this atmospheric quality to it at the very beginning. And then by the time it built into that disgusting, like, dubsteppy drop shit, ooh, you know, just like, God damn, fucking hell yeah. I love cinematic stuff like this, stuff that like doesn't just take like orchestral at face value and decides to tweak it a little bit more and have that like really gross sort of quality to it. Like there was a worminess to that dubstep part. I don't know if that's the best word to say. It felt like it would slither around if it was like in person, you know, like if you could manifest this song. That thing's got tentacles. I don't know what fucking dimension that thing is from, what eldritch abomination that sound crawled out of, but it was gross and I loved it. It was so cool. I don't want to see it in person, but damn, is it fun to listen to. Please, nobody ever make whatever sound that was into a physical being. I will probably be terrified and scarred for the rest of my life, but that doesn't mean it doesn't sound amazing, you know? I feel like that disgust that comes from me is purely a positive thing. I feel like it comes off as a negative thing if I word it that way, but that's kind of what it feels like. It's gross, but it gets my brain moving in such a way that makes it feel like, you know how people say like your brain is getting flossed? For me, it's like I can taste sound sometimes, like not actually, it's not like it's an actual thing. I'm not tasting any flavors, but I swear there's like an essence that pulls certain emotions out of your mind that are much more vivid for certain genres. I feel like everyone has one where it happens and you're like, ooh, that is gross, or that's delicious in a nasty way. That's kind of how I am with dubstep stuff and really like wobbly stuff, just really heavy, wet sounds, you know? The grossest possible words I could think to describe dubstep in a way. It's smushy. It's squishy. I don't know how else to explain it. It's gross. It's like a swamp, but it's a really fucking cool swamp, you know? Whatever the case may be, but also like orchestral stuff has this beauty and refinement to it, especially in this song. That beautiful piano part. Holy shit, what an amazing piano part. And like to me, that feels so much more like prim and graceful. So blending these sorts of energies together into one will always be like this very back and forth sort of relationship when I'm listening to them, because I'm tasting this disgusting dish of whatever the fuck is in front of me, that dubsteppy sound, and then suddenly I'm at the Met Gala, suddenly I am meeting the Queen. So you know, like it's completely different. It's a completely different sect of people. At one point I'm in a fucking sewer just climbing and trying to save my life, and that the next I'm meeting the emperor of fucking ancient Greece, for all I fucking know. It's such a weird dichotomy that happens in this when I'm listening to these songs, but that makes it so immensely interesting to listen to, and why I don't feel like I have a right to try and break down songs like this. Not only do I not have the technical prowess to really give you any sort of like true expressive way to explain what I'm talking about other than my colorful language in this time, but like when I get down to music theory stuff, I tend to stick within a lane of what chords are being used and how they're being used. For this, there's too much movement for me to really be able to tell you what's happening, aside from just picking apart that piano part, and I feel like that's not enough of the story here. There's too much happening for that to be all I can talk about, so I prefer to use words in this case. Either way, fucking 10 out of 10. Why does this only have 100 views? I hate it. Like, I love getting stuff that's like undersung, not a lot of views, because I'm like, damn, diamond in the rough. There's just something in there. It's a hidden gem. I love that shit. But also, why aren't more people listening to this? I don't want to gatekeep it, you know? Like, I want more people to hear this. This is such an amazing aural experience. The fucking scape that this gives your ears when you're listening in headphones especially is just expansive. It brings you through so many different things, like me and my emotions and how I explain the weirdness that these genres give me when they're blended so well. I feel like a lot of people are missing out on that, and I don't like that, you know? Go listen to this song. Go support more of this album. I'll try and remember to link everything in the description. If not, I'm sure somebody else will, because this has to be just one of many amazing works. If this is just the people who are on here, the quality of their work, I'm sure there's a bunch of other ones, and it all goes to charity, which is fucking sick as hell. So go support this, you know? Go do that. Go listen to this. Go listen to other ones. If you like this one, you're probably gonna like the other stuff, because I know I'm gonna listen to a few of those for sure, because holy shit, what an amazing song. Either way, I gotta stop yapping. I've been yapping for a while. Gotta stop it. Thank you all so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want me to get to something else, by all means, drop it in the comments below and I will do my best as always to get to those. Or if like Public Enemy #1 did, you want to guarantee that I listen to something, you can always go to my Patreon or my YouTube memberships where you can force me to listen to something. It doesn't matter what it's from, who it's by, if it's good or bad, none of that matters. That's why it's a guarantee. But if you don't want to do any of that and maybe just want to follow me and support me for more stuff coming in the future, you know how to do all that, and I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!